Hello. Excuse me a moment. I'm just looking at my. Right. No, it's. It just suddenly occurred to me that I'm so out of touch that maybe next week was a bank holiday as well. I am actually going to have the spring bank holiday off, but it's the week after. So there won't be a strength class on the bank holiday, just to give you very advanced warning. Morning. Welcome to the strength class. I'm going to talk about just for the 5 minutes before 11 o'clock, just to let people get time to settle in and things. We've done the arm muscles of the arms and the back, and we've done core. So today we're going to do the lower body. So it won't surprise you to know that when I talk about glutes and quads, so the quads are your big muscles at the front of your thighs, and your glutes are your bum muscles. You've got three. You've got the gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, and the gluteus minimus. So you've got three glute muscles. But I'm going to talk mostly about squats. Now, what glutes are good? Your glutes and your thighs are vital, because if you can't walk, there's so many things you can't do. And to have, that's why I include so many squats in any class that I do. Although in this class we only do one lot of squats, but we do two lots in the functional fitness class. Squats. I would suggest that you do squats about 4 times a week. I would say every day, but I think that's a bit unrealistic. Although, did you listen to Michael Mosley's Just One Thing on a Sunday morning at 11:45? Yes, after Desert Island Discs. He does, or is it after the Archers, before Desert Island Discs? I think it's 11:45. Anyway, he does this thing called Just One Thing, and it's just one very quick exercise that you can do that benefits you. And one of the things he was saying is really, really good is squats. And we know that. I mean, we've known that for ages. But with that, squats will help you to sort of go up and down stairs. Going up and down stairs uses your quads and your glutes as well. I can't really think of many other exercises apart from squats that really exercise them. We do lunges; those do as well. But I mean, just practice using squats in everyday life. So if you drop something, I'm just going to move this down a bit. If you watch a child, if they pick something up off the floor, they go right down like that and pick it up, and up they come. So if you drop something, don't do that. Do that. Pick it up that way. Get into the habit of doing that. When you get out of a chair, stand up without using your arms. Make sure your knees don't go together. Use your squat technique. Right, lower legs. Now, I didn't know this until today, until I checked it. You've got two calf muscles. You've got the big one here, which is your gastrocnemius, and then the smaller one, which is the soleus, which sort of is down by the Achilles. And the soleus is the muscle. It contracts, and that's the one that stops you toppling forward when you're walking. Because when you think about it, we're quite tall as humans. And I'm just going to put this down a wee bit. We're quite tall. So we only have this tiny little base that we stand on. I mean, this foot, if you built a tower and it was proportionately our height, and then it had a tiny little base like that, it would be quite difficult to stop it falling over. And yet we don't tend to fall over. I know we do, but generally we don't. And that's the soleus that does that. Apparently, well, it's everything. It's your core. It's everything. This has been a very jumbled talk. I'm very sorry about that. And one of the best things you can do for your calf muscles is walking on tiptoe. If you have been used to wearing high heels a lot, your gastrocnemius, the big calf muscle, might be shortened. And that's why when we do the stretch, the calf muscle stretch, it's really important to do that well, to keep your gastrocnemius short, because if it's tightened, it's going to affect your posture and your gait, and you may start getting pain in your back and various other places. one thing I was just going to say, and I know it's 11 o'clock, but yesterday Michael Mosley was talking about standing on one leg and how beneficial it is. Excuse me. And he was saying that he stands on one leg when he's cleaning his teeth, or we do standing on one leg in the functional fitness class. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to introduce it into the class, but it is something, again, with squatting, you should get into the habit of doing. You can stand on one leg every day. And next week, I'm going to talk about top tips, just very quick things that you can do just to improve your general health and well-being. One of them I've discussed, sitting on the floor is just great. Anyway, the other thing he said was that there's now I don't know how much I believe this, is that how long you can stand. What he actually said was, if you can stand on one leg with your eyes closed for more than 10 seconds, that's a fairly good indication that you're going to live at least 13 years longer. And I thought, well, that's a bit specific, isn't it? So I tried it, and with several attempts, I managed to get up to 5 seconds. So that's something to sort of work on. Have something nearby so that you can hold on to it. But somebody said, I did it for 23, but I think they were bouncing around like that. You've just got to stand still, and as soon as you start wobbling, that's it. Anyway, standing on one leg. But tune in next week, where we're going to have about 5 top tips that if you do these, and you can do them every day, they will help with your general strength, your balance, your flexibility, your coordination. Standing on one leg, I'm going to be talking about that next week, but it's good for your core, it's good for everything, and just standing as well. But I'll come on to that next week as well. Right, I'm sorry to rabbit on. It does seem to have been a bit disorganized. Welcome to Monday's strength class. I'm just going to have a quick grab of my tea. Welcome to Monday's strength class. If you're new, the class is in 3 parts. There's the warm up, the main body of the class, and then stretching at the end. For half, 1, 2, 3. Actually, only 3 exercises are done standing up. The rest are done on the floor. So if you can get onto the floor and back up again, you need to be able to do that to fully participate in the class. Once you're on the floor, you don't have to get up again until the end of the class. I've introduced a new exercise, an additional exercise. I haven't taken one out. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging. But other than that, it's the same old, same old. So we'll start with a warm-up. You need a chair, by the way. Either a kitchen chair or a dining room chair, a chair without legs. So, without legs, a chair without arms. You can tell I'm a seasoned professional, can't you? So we're just going to start warming up, just walking on the spot. And when you do this, walk on your toes. And you don't need to take your legs up a lot, just little bits of just walking like this, just to sort of start the process. Slightly exaggerate your arm movement so that your shoulders are getting a bit of a mobility exercise. They're warming up your shoulder joints. All right, we're going to start in a few seconds. We're going to start just warming up the arms and just mobilizing the arms. It's important to say with all these exercises, if you can't do 10 repetitions of them, absolutely fine. This is your class. You do it at your level. So if you do 1 repetition, that's great. If you do 10, that's equally great. If you do 1, you've got something to aim for. If you do 10, well, jolly good. And if anything hurts, don't do it. There's a difference between something hurting because you're twisting something out of shape or something, or you've got an injury, and the hurt that comes from, that muscle's waking up after a long time. And we tend to know the difference. Right. 3, 2, 1. And we'll stop. So the first one we're going to do for the arm is to put your hand on your shoulder, make it like a wing. Now this is one of the ones that can be done all through the day as well. It's good to just move your arms a bit. Imagine you've got a pencil sticking out of your elbow, and we're going to do 5 big circles back, full range of movement, drawing that circle with a pencil on the wall, and then 5 forward. 3, 4, 5. I can feel my shoulder clicking and clacking there. Don't forget the pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd just like to say as well, hi Doreen, recording this for later. Cramp, magnesium, Doreen. Right, next thing is arms. Sorry, we're still on arms. So one hand up there and the other one back. Remember, don't rock. And if you can't get your arms by your ears, do what you can. Don't force anything. That's 3, 4. I had something to tell you, but I can't remember what it was. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These arm exercises would be good to do every day because your arms stiffen up almost without you knowing it. And these exercises are very gentle, and it just keeps you, unless you're actually using your arms every day, they tend not to go above your head. So it's a good idea just to keep the old shoulders oiled by just doing that. Next one is your hands stand by your sides with the palms touching your thighs. You're going to turn your palms out. You're going to bring your hands above your head. You don't need to do this with your legs, and just touch them together and then turn them again and bring them back down. We're going to do that another 9 times. So 2. Again, if you can't get your arms above your head, 3, do what you can. And it's just the movement that's good. 5, it's good for your back. It's good for your posture. 6, it's good for your shoulders. 8, 9, 10. Last arm one. Have your hands at your elbows at 90 degrees, and you're just going to bring your arms in and touch your elbows together. If you can't get your elbows together, absolutely fine. Go to wherever you can. 3, 4, 5, 6. I find this one quite tiring. 7. It's weird, isn't it? 8, 9, 10. I find it quite tiring down there. Anyway, give your shoulders a bit of a wiggle. Not too vigorous. Right, we're going to start doing our little routine. So we're going to do heel dig, and at the same time anchor your elbows. And we're going to do a heel dig and a bicep curl. And just check that you're doing opposite arm and leg. If anybody isn't, they'll say, how does she know I'm not doing that? 3, 2, 1. Next one we're going to do is just a step out to the side, just a little step, and prayer hands, and out we go. All these exercises, as I keep saying, are really good for your balance, your coordination, your concentration, your strength, flexibility. 3, 2, 1. Next one is just a step back, and it does use all your muscles. And then as you step back, you're going to bring your arms out. Give your hands a bit of a splay, jazz hands. Give your Give your poor old hands a bit of a stretch. Try not to let your knees float inwards. 3, 2, 1. Last one is just a toe tap, like that. And at the same time, just swinging the opposite arm. So we're back to opposite arm and leg. I mean, this feels like a fairly simple exercise to do, but you're having to use the strength on one leg to stand on it when one foot comes up. You're having to balance, you're having to coordinate, you're having to remember to do opposite arm and leg. So it's quite a lot. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Right, we're going to put all that together. So we're going to do heel dig, opposite arm and leg, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. This is good. Heel dig for your concentration and your brain. Toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, back. It's warming you up as well. Toe tap, which is the object of the exercise. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, are we all ready now? So the first exercise we're going to do is the squat. Remember, the squat is sitting down without the chair. Knees don't come over your toes. Knees don't fold in like that. If you can't do a free squat, chair sitting at the front, knees stay like that, knees stay parallel, they don't come in, they don't touch. Hands here, so if you're not tempted to use them, and up we go, and then back down again. If you can't do that, swing, use momentum, and if you can't do that, use your hands. But the object of this exercise and all the exercises is to get you standing up without using your hands. Now I'm going to go at a certain speed. If you need to go more slowly, and that means you don't do 10 of the squats, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think, oh, I need to catch up. Do it at do your own thing. If you can keep up, if you can do it at my pace, that's fine. But if you need to go at your own pace, that's equally fine. So we're going to start. I'll start sideways to begin with. So we're just going down. 1. We're going to do this fairly fast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as you can see, my knees aren't coming in. 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. You should feel it on your thighs. If you don't, if you feel it on your knees, then check your technique and just check that you're not going forward like that. Next one we're going to do is the punching. Just let me get my trusty stopwatch on. We're going to do 2 lots of 30 seconds. So we're just going to start with our feet apart, knees bent, hands here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now it's a straight out punch, straight out like that, straight out like that. It's not that, straight out. Okay, we're going to do 30 seconds, have a bit of a rest, and then another 30 seconds. So on your marks, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, halfway. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right. It's starting to feel a bit more natural to do that. To begin with, it felt very unnatural, particularly with my left hand, because I'm very right-handed. But it's starting to feel a bit more natural. Right, are you ready? We're going to start again. We're going to do it again. So adopt a stance. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, halfway. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Whew. Right. Next one, we need the chair, just in case you need to hold on. We're going to do a lunge. Remember, a lunge is 4 distinct steps. So you step forward, you bend your back knee, well, both knees. Don't put your back knee on the ground. Try and get it to 90 degrees, torso upright, up and 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do 10 of them on either side. That boxing's made me puff and pant a bit. So, 1. You can hold on to the chair if you need to. And again, if you're going more slowly than me, that's fine. 2. Ooh, falling over there. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. We're going on the floor now. If you need to, sit on the chair or sit on a sofa if it's lower, and just put your hands on the chair and just lower yourself down onto your hands and knees. If you can't go on your hands and knees, then I don't know what to suggest. You could bottom shuffle, and then you can get rid of the chair and we're down. In fact, I have to get up again because I need to change that. Right, so need this. First thing we're going to do is our press-ups. So starting on your hands and knees, I'm going to show you some modifications for this. So on your hands and knees, take a step forward, as it were, with your hands, and then you start off on your hands and knees with your hands under your shoulders. Take a step forward, bring your body forward so that your hands are under your shoulders again. Your knees stay in the same position. And then we're going to go down and up. Now, if you can only do the down bit, That's fine, you can do that. And then get back up and then do the down bit again. If you can't do the pushing up bit. If you can't do either of those, lie on your tummy, have your hands under your shoulders, and just press up and then come down. And press up as far as you can till your arms are straight if you can, and then gently lower yourself to the floor. You are using the same muscles that way. But I'm going to do it this way because I'm big and tough. So, hands under your shoulders, little step forward, bring your hands over. We're going to do 7 again. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's always harder on a Monday morning for me rather than any other time. I don't know why. Right. We're going to go into our series of planks now. We're going to do the first plank, the front plank, first. And we're going to do it for a minute. Now, if you can't do it for a minute, stay in the plank pose, which is elbows under your shoulders, up on your toes, your back, your body's like a plank, your head's in line with your spine. If you have to come down, stay in this pose, and then when you've rested, go back up again. Don't think, oh, I've done 2 seconds, I can't do any more, and sit up. Stay in that pose and just keep going. Okay, so I'll count out in 10-second bites, as it were. Let me get this near. Right, so up on the plank, off we go. If the plank's becoming easier, you know, if you think, oh, maybe I'm not getting any benefit from this. Sorry, that's 12 seconds. 20 seconds. Yeah, if it's getting easier, let me know. And I'll show you some progressions, which are hard. 30. Ooh, my specs are falling off. 40. 50. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down you go. Oh, whew. Was that tough? It is tough. I mean, it's difficult. There's no, I'm not trying to fool you into thinking it's easy. It is really difficult. Right, we're going to do the side plank. And this is the one where very important that your elbow is under your shoulder. And you can either do it with the back leg, the bottom leg bent, and you go up like that. Or if you can't do that, just go as far as you can. Then if you can't hold it, just go down again. And then when you feel ready, go up again. But if you're hardcore, put your feet together and up we go. And I'm starting the watch now. We're only doing this for 30 seconds. So I say only, feels like an eternity sometimes. 10. 20. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Did you manage that? Scooch over onto your other side. Again, check that your elbow is under your shoulder. That's really important. Legs out. Up we come. And starting the watch now. 10. 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Well done. Right. Last week we changed the boat, do you remember, to the Russian twist. So we're sitting like this. I'll sit facing you, it's probably easier. Sitting like this with your feet on the ground, your knees bent. Hands out in front of you at shoulder height. Just going to lean back slightly and just turn to one side. Pretend you've got a ball in between, you know, you've got a medicine ball there. So we're going to go there, keep your hands the same distance apart, back to the center and to the side and back again. We're going to do that another 9 times. So, and to the side, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go sideways so you can see how far I'm leaning back. Not very far at all. 6. Hitting the banisters there. 7. 8. 9. 10. Whoa, I find that quite hard. Right, bridge. So we're going to go lying on our back. If you can, try and get you can either put your feet so that when your arms are straightened, your middle finger is just touching them, or if you want to, you can try and get them nearer your bum. The main thing is that your thighs stay parallel. Your knees don't either fall out or come together. And then we're going to go up in the bridge, squidging your bottom. Imagine you've got a can of Coke in there and you don't want anybody to get it. And then we're going to go just down and touch and up again. That's 1, 2, squidge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, make it a good one. 10. Really coming up. Squeezing those glutes. And then back down again. If you want, bring your knees into your chest. Just have a little rock, just to sort of counterbalance this. And then sit up. Sit with your feet pulled back and just lean forward. That just sort of gets rid of the kink that was in your back that way. You may not be able to go very far forward, just to there. It doesn't really matter how far forward you go. Just feel this stretch in your back a little bit. Right, we're going to come to the new one now. This is the last one on the floor. I think it is. Oh yeah, it is. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Okay, so all you're doing is you're going to lie on your tummy with your forehead. You'll have to watch this because you can't do it and watch me at the same time. With your forehead on the floor, hands out to the side like this. So it's like that, lying like that. And then we're just going to lift up. And that's all we're going to do. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. If you can't manage it for 30 seconds, go down. And then when you've rested, come back up. Don't come out the pose. Okay? So, you ready? Up we go, starting the clock now. And this is really good for your back. Try and keep your hands out to the side like mine are, not sort of dragging on the floor. Get them as high as you can as well. We're halfway. This is hard, isn't it? $25, 6, 7, 8, 9, and down you go. Should we do that again? I think we'll do it again. And remember, yes, so when you're, just to give you a bit of a rest, when you're coming up, can't do it because of the wall. You're like that, so your hands are out here. I can't see what I'm doing. I can't even see if you can see me. Right. We're ready? We're going to do it again. Great for your back. Great for this erector spinae that goes all the way up your back. It is actually good for your glutes as well. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Right. Adopter position. Up we go, starting the watch now. Remember, keep your hands as high as you can as well. Not right high, but in line with your shoulders. Even if you can only just get a little bit off the floor, that's fine. Halfway. Woo! It's quite tough, isn't it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Whoa! Right. If you're using the chair to get back up, and you can go on your hands and knees, crawl to the chair. This is why it's easier if it's a smaller chair. Crawl to the chair, hands on the chair. If you can, one leg up, and then squeeze round onto the chair. Whew. Hot, isn't it? I'd be interested to get a little bit of feedback on that one. Oh, good for your back, trust me. I'm a bit warm now, I don't know about you. Right, before we go into the stretching, we've got our high intensity interval training, which is 3 bouts of 20 seconds of high intensity work, which is running on the spot. Remember, it's tiny, tiny little steps. Only hardly see your feet coming off the floor at all, but fast. And your arms are going as well, but they don't go the same speed as your legs. They just keep you going. If you can't do the legs because you're actually got something wrong with your knees, or because it is quite low impact, although it's impact, it's quite low, do the punching. But it's better for your heart and for you. Puffing now. If you can do the running bit, any chest pains, any heart problems, anything like that, please stop or don't do it. So, into the first one. On your marks, set, go. Oof. $17, $18, $19, $20. How was that? Now that everything's opening up, gyms are opened again, and I'm anticipating that maybe there's not that many people that attend the class at the moment. So if it starts to go down a bit more, it's not really going to be worth my while doing it. But I don't know whether people are gym bunnies or not. Suitably challenging. It is challenging, isn't it? But just think, you're going to have lovely posture, Nikki. So I don't know what people think. I know there's going to be a few diehards that say, "Oh, don't stop, Rosemary." So I'm in two minds. I don't know, maybe what I need is a proper publicity campaign. I don't know how to do that, though. I advertise on several Facebook pages. I put it out all over Twitter. Lots of people know about me. And I know people don't always do it live, but last week I only had 30 views. The week before it was 60. When I first started, I know it was lockdown, but I was getting over 100 views. So I don't know whether I'm just not flavor of the year anymore, or If anybody has any interesting thoughts about how I can promote myself, I'd be very interested to hear them. Right, second one. On your marks, get set, off you go. $17, $18, $19, $20. Well done. How was that? Still able to do it? Yeah, don't forget, there's not a strength class on Bank Holiday Monday. Oh yes, the dog is 12 days post-op now. Seems to be doing fine. Thinks he's better, so wants to just charge around. Oh, from Wednesday, I can take him on short walks building up. So it's 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening for a week, and then it's 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. And then when I get up to 45 minutes, that's him. He can just go as far as he wants. And I cannot wait. He's yeah, I'm a bit paranoid about him limping though. I keep examining. I know he's okay on his left leg, which was his worst one. But I'm a bit paranoid that he's limping on his right leg, and I'm like scrutinizing him. And then when I stare at him, he doesn't do anything. And then when he's walking, I forget to look. It's very, very stressful. Right, third one. On your marks, set, off you go. Well, come up with some amazing ideas about how I can publicize myself, Delia. I need to get that book going, don't I? I nearly wrote something the other day. 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, just while you get your breath back, don't forget, if you've enjoyed it, you can buy me a coffee. The link is underneath in the comments section. And if you want to know anything about fitness or want to contact me through Messenger, my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page, an awful lot of F's in that. The link is the best way to do it, and the link's there in the comments as well. So, well, I do open age forums. What do you mean by that, Nikki? I mean, I put it on Twitter. I do Age UK. I do all the age places in Manchester, and I do Age UK, independent aging, talking about our generation, greater sport, loads and loads and loads of stuff. I mean, I'm not asking for suggestions now, but if anybody has any great ideas, I need either somebody in PR or an agent. I'm not kidding about that. I do need that, but I don't know how to go about doing it. I did phone up one agent once, and they were very well. I got back a bit of a snotty email saying, "Oh no, we only represent very high-profile clients," so they didn't want a little old granny from Manchester. Anyway, you should be okay now to do some stretching. So get your chair. You can't see me feet. I've been a bit discombobulated today, I think. Right, so front leg bent, back leg straight. Now remember, these are the big calf muscle at the top that you're what are you doing? You're stretching, that's it. Both heels on the ground, both feet facing the same way. Bend your knee slightly. Put a bit of weight on it, and feel the stretch going down into the Achilles and the soleus, of course, the one that stops you toppling forwards. Right, and this one. Sorry, switch over. Yeah, I think I'm going to talk on next week. I'm going to talk about balance quite a bit. And then bend your knee. Feel the stretch going down. There we go. Right, so quadriceps. Top of my head's disappeared again. Can't seem to get this right today. So if you can, this is where you grab your knee. No, your ankle, your foot, your trouser leg, what have you. If you can't do that, you do the dynamic stretching, which actually I'm warming to a lot because it means you have to use your hamstrings as well. So, but I'm going to do static stretching today. I'm going to practice my balance when I do this, not very successfully. I find when I'm standing on one leg, once it goes, it goes. I can never get it back again. Damn it. Switch legs. See if I'm any better on this leg. Dynamic people, keep being dynamic. Yeah, see, that's better. But some days, it's just my balance, I just can't do anything on one leg. Okay, hamstrings now. So you people that have been dynamic have been using your hamstrings, so that's good. So sitting at the edge of the chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees, one leg forward, toe pulled back. Just put your hands above your head, just check your posture, and then lean forward from the hips, not from the waist, keeping your toe pulled back. And you should feel the stretch down most of your leg, actually. And however far down you go is up to you, remember. It's your stretch. And then up we come. Same on the other side. 1 foot forward, 1 leg forward, toe pulled back. Just check your posture again. Leaning forward. It's when you're like this that you think, goodness me, that skirting board is dirty. Look at the state of this carpet. I used to have a nice carpet until I got a dog. And then up you get. And then stretching your hip flexor. So you're sitting sideways on the chair, sideways and at the front. And this leg goes back. Nice straight torso. Tuck your tailbone under. If you can't get your leg back as far as this, that's absolutely fine. Just do what you can. You know that by now. But whatever you want to do, as long as the technique is correct, you're fine. And then switch. Don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's horrible here in Manchester. It's really dreich. And it just doesn't raise the spirits at all. Good job people are allowed inside restaurants and pubs. They'd be soaking outside. Righty-ho. So standing up, arms at shoulder height, round the tree, and then dip your head. And then if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together. If you're interlinking your fingers, lift your arm. You get stretch across your chest. Okay, and then last one is we're going to, you can do this seated actually or standing. Standing is always best because it's good. What I'm going to talk about next time when I talk about balance is one of the best things you can do for your balance is to be on your feet. But so stay on your feet whenever you can. So just look down, sort of look to the side and down about 45 degrees. And then put your hand on your head. Keep this shoulder nice and relaxed and just pull very gently, and you should feel that bit pulling. I really like this. In fact, I found this stretch more beneficial than just about any other. Don't rip your head off. Just going to hold it there for a few more seconds. And then bring it back up. And then the same again. 45 degree, looking to the side and pull this. Make sure that your shoulder doesn't come up. Keep it nice and relaxed. And in fact, since I've started doing this one, yesterday in the car when I was reversing, and then let it come up. When I was reversing and I did that, I thought, ooh, I don't have that stiffness that I used to have in my neck. So the stretches, the things that I do on the Wednesday are good, but this one I think is the most beneficial that I've done. So, Groucho Marx here. Thank you very much for attending my class. No, I hate the gym as well, Nikki. Even although I'm a personal trainer, I'm one of these classic people that pays vast amounts of money and then never goes. So I vowed never to join the gym again. Although that comes and goes. So if anybody, I'd like feedback on the new exercise, if possible. And also, anybody's got any contacts, any good suggestions, anything like that about how to get me out there, people. Okay, I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.